Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are hanging here in Minecraft today, back on the Citadel server, hanging out in West Hill, working on the custom marsh and cliff outside the curtain wall here. We're almost done. The cliff itself, or the marsh itself, is done. These friends though, get my axe, that'll be a little bit better. I don't see any creepers, just skeletons. Now, how did you see me? I was sneaking up. It'd be really interesting if they had a line of sight. If you could actually walk up behind them, that would be kind of fun. There was a zombie over there somewhere, but I think he disappeared. Okay, so coast looks clear. Thanks for the gift sub for Toy Bear. That means the Toy Bear has been subscribed for 18 months. Thanks to that gift sub. I think the gift sub was just for the month, but looks like Blank Benji also jumping in with 100 bits. Thanks very much, Blank Benji. Appreciate it. And MindTripMedia with 100 bits. That was during the starting soon screen. So last time we were working in here, we were kind of in this area, and I had started this, and I was trying to get a little bit more greenery happening on that, which I think I've achieved. I think that's pretty good, but we didn't work on this side because I haven't really figured out what's happening with that part of the waterfall yet. The only thing up here that I'm not so keen on is the shape at the top there, and I think I have a few things in my inventory I could use. I feel like if we put stone here, it'll kind of help the shape of that a little bit, I think. I'm pretty happy with this, having walked away from it from a couple days. I think it's pretty good. Don't want to overdo it on the bubbles. I feel like a couple places we could even add more. Hunter 555, 5 gifted subs. Misty Monty 51. Macaw Korok, Flying for Fun, Caitlin, and 7 sunless days. Thanks so much, Hunter. That's amazing. Appreciate that. There's also a shout out for Hunter there in the chat. Hunter is someone that streams from Infinity Cove, my patron server. So if you want to go check out their content on Twitch, you can do that too. So I think the process here, yeah, that stair helped a bit. See that difference along there? Feels nicer. This feels very square. I might have to cut that back. Maybe I'll make that all andesite. There's a lot of backing up and looking at things from behind or from farther away. I think that's probably good. Yeah, that helped. That helped. So I haven't done anything down here. I want to finish this part. And I think before we attempt to change this, I need to figure out what's happening here. I think that's the next big thing. And I don't think I'm going to go into the deep slate. I think we're just going to go down into like some mossy cobble and some moss and stuff. Same way that we did over there. Tough. And tough would look good here. Plus it'll help separate this rock from the gray of the bridge. If we start to put in some darker blocks there. And do I want that to come down? I might make a little waterfall right there, you know? That's a happy accident. I didn't make that on purpose, but it looks like we could do it. Deadvotion came in from Gem's raid the other day. Mostly lurked last time, but was chill to listen to. Thanks very much. I'm glad you like it. So maybe we can bring this back here. Now this is actually something that Pix and I talked about on the Spun Chunks on Monday. Was like, how do you do your water streams? Do you do water first? And it turns out in some cases I do the trench first. So that'll flow over there. I think maybe we need to cut that back. I think that'll work. GrandpaCrafter, hello. Bonus stream plus walking into a hype train. Yep. Hype train is up. Thanks for the tier 1 sub, GrandpaCrafter. Appreciate it. That went to Deadvotion. Deadvotion. Now that you come in from the gem raid, now you've got a sub. So that means that you can use the emotes and you can join the Discord. I think if you do bang Discord in chat, it'll give you the information. Or bang sub. No, Cosmic's got me covered. Cosmic knows better. I think that'll be okay. I think I might want to send it this way. And so I was going to curve it that way, but I think I might have to zigzag it out a little bit. We might have to go this way. And this might be a good opportunity to actually use stairs. Whoops. All right, I need to dump some stuff out of my inventory. Canada Raz, thanks. Yeah, the marshland turned out pretty well, I think. Don't need that. Can stack some of these back up together. I think I'll leave the grass back here for now. I'll come back for bushes. I'll bring the bushes just because we've got stuff that might have to be worked on. Inventory is full. What a shock, right? Who would have thought that would happen? So that'll come down there. That means this is probably going to need to get pulled back a bit somehow. Hard to do in the dark. Back with pizza, Toy Bear. Did you bring enough for everybody? I have to confess that I've been on like a once a week pizza kick. I don't buy it from a pizzeria. Like I get like a deli pizza from the grocery store, but I add my own toppings. It's cheaper, and with all the training that I've been doing, it's worked out. It really hasn't been too hard. I think I like the fact that it's not like steep the whole way. If I do that, that should block everything, right? And then I can look at this. So it'll drop by 1 block. There. And then it goes out by 2. I think maybe we should have that there. First I need to change all this to andesite. And potentially tough. Right? Yeah. More andesite required. Thankfully, it's not that too far of a trip to the boxes here. The Marsh was a much longer road. You joined the Discord. Congratulations. Thank you. Welcome in. I'm sure you will find it's full of like-minded nerdy people. And it's not just about Minecraft or Satisfactory. There's lots of other conversations and stuff happening there too. Okay, so that's going to go like that. This is going to flow down here. And then that's going to keep that separate. I feel like that might have to happen for this to look more natural. Darn it, that's not what I wanted to do. Water flowing problems. It's always tricky. Gotta remember to take where there's only 1 block. Okay, so the plan here is to have all of this come down, and I think some of this is going to have to be deep slate, right? Well, maybe not. I certainly want to have some tough in here. Because I went deep slate, tough, cobble, and then andesite. So I feel like if I replace some of these, should be in pretty good shape. And actually, I should think about the shape of this before I mess around with too much. Yeah, that's not going to stay there. I want this to feel like it gets lower faster. So I think this is going to stay a little higher. And I think this is going to be andesite. Anything worth getting? Verdant frog lights. I don't think I have a lot of those. We might have to take a short break to get this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few things there. A few things that we need. Oops. Might make that mossy cobble. And I think we'll make this stone as well. Looks kind of funny, but we can play with it later. Let's free up the inventory a little bit. I don't think I saw more than a half dozen. So I'll just put a bunch of stuff in here just to kind of free up some space. I'll put the bush backs too. That should be plenty. Okay. Grab our emeralds and create a list. Thanks everyone for that hype train. Really appreciate it. I don't think I have any crying obsidian. I know I've got cobblestone somewhere. We'll get polished andesite, coal, tube coral, verdant frog lights, raw copper. Don't care about the light gray. Pearlescent frog lights, so 2 of the 3 frog lights. Quartz block. I don't think we need. We'll get the red concrete. And bubble coral. Right. Polished andesite, coal, tube, and bubble coral. I think I remember everything. Polished andesite's easy. That's right away. Coal should be right here. tube coral. I think that's in here. Bubble tube frog lights. I don't know. I think they're in. I think they're in this in the keep. Don't think I have frog lights in here. Oh, there's some raw copper. Two frog lights. That's it. Polished andesite. Thanks for the list, Cosmic. Block of coal, tube coral, verdant frog lights, raw copper, pearl, frog lights, purple coral. Okay. Jody Illyria, good to see you. All right, we need to pop in the keep. I can't wait for 1.20.3 to drop so I can fix my tables and chairs data pack. Or I shouldn't say mine. The tables and chairs data pack that I'm using. Ah, frog lights. I don't even know where I keep those. Need some red concrete too. No, we'll get the green. Why not? We'll get them both. Where do I keep frog lights? Oh, there. Pearlescent frog lights and verdant frog lights. That's the whole list. Oh, that's powdered concrete. I have to turn that into concrete first. So one last little thing. I think I could just put this on the waterlogged block, right? Nope. Really? The one time I want you to stay where you are. There we go. So the reason I keep on doing this is because I've got some plans for sci-fi builds in the future, and I think these little brightly colored mini blocks would be really good for that. And we've been setting them aside. I need to move this to a more convenient location, but we have an old ruin in the woods over here from an old servermate's build, Megan's old build. And I've been storing all of my mini blocks inside. Some of the coral was there. So it looks like I don't have spots for those. I guess we'll put those in here. tried to organize them by color as best I could, but it gets complicated. That's right. We've got lots for when we want to do projects that need them, that's for sure. It's a cool little data pack to add to the Wandering Trader. I quite like it. I think the category isn't set. I set the category before I started streaming. I set it to Minecraft. Did it not take? I'm not sure whether that's OBS not talking to Twitch or Twitch not saving my settings. It's one of the two. This is going to be a short fuse if he doesn't mess around and leave. Let's go mossy cobble there. Maybe we'll flip those. I think that's pretty good. I might change the way that these bushes go, but I think that's all right. And then in here, we can probably bring in a little bit more tuff. That's going to be a full block fall. I might actually change that. We'll see. Oh, that looks cool on the surface, but maybe we should change that back and change the direction on that maybe. It's a little bit better. We'll mess around with it more. I do have stairs and mossy cobble. Maybe that's what we'll put here. All right, I think that's pretty good. I want to go over to the other marsh and look at some of the things that we've got sticking out here. I think I might need to change some of this. I don't know if he'll despawn as we go farther away. So I've got both rocks and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, a couple of rocks, and then more stuff at the bottom with grass on it. And roots under moss. So I feel like I need more things popping up. Yeah, he didn't despawn. I wish they wouldn't just hang out in your face all the time, otherwise it would be fine to leave them be. Yeah, I feel like I want to have got this little rocky outcrop and this one, but I feel like I need to have more than just that. I feel like one of these has to be a thing. Maybe we'll leave that one. And I need more brown. All right, we'll mess with this after I get the water flowing, I think. I've got to remember which I have to delete that. And then these ones. And then for this side, it's just this. And that should go all the way down there like that. Staying there because he was my favorite customer? Yeah, maybe. The dangerous thing about having a clock is that you know exactly when you need to sleep. I think it works out well for streaming. I think it's something I do enjoy having around. I like this, but I think it needs to go to the left sooner. So I'll have to switch that up. And that's garbage. I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea. And yeah, I need something. This is good. That's good. I need something kind of over here. I don't know whether a low boulder will work. I think right there. I think a slab is just going to raise the water level. Oh no, it works. But it doesn't stick out far enough to make it look realistic. I would like to not be swimming, thank you. I'll worry about the materials later. This needs to happen over there. And maybe I need to knock that back a bit. Brew Moments. Thanks very much for being in. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, I think I want that to go back a little farther. And maybe even back here too. It's not bad. I wonder if it's going to be better to have this go down here. I feel like that looks a little bit more natural. And then same thing here. And then we just cut it off there. Does that need to be that high? Probably not. And then we need to fill this in a little bit. That works. Don't think there's a way to get this any lower. Unless I change that to a stair, maybe? Need to back up and see how it looks. I'm gonna check to make sure this isn't a rain, like a thunderstorm. Yeah, that still feels a little bit heavy there. So what that does is it makes the water go down into the waterlogged stair first before traveling horizontal. Works out a little bit better. Yeah, I'm not crazy about this shape here. Maybe this just needs to not be here. It's really tricky sometimes. Trying to get the right shape in a low resolution. I'm okay with that. I think that looks pretty good. If anything, I might want to have a bush up higher. Maybe that's what I can do to hide this, and maybe I can have some greenery coming down. That could help. Oh, I already had those two. I just need bush. Glad the workday is over for you, Cosmic. I've had a hard time reconciling my free time in the evenings because I feel like I haven't worked when I've like played Satisfactory all day. And it's like, well, of course you've worked, Joel. It's just that your job happens to be streaming that day on Twitch, and it's a weird feeling. I don't have any stone to put there. Oh, I do have some grass. Finally, get rid of the rain. I might want to make that a fern, but I think that'll help a bit for now. Helps a little bit. I might have to come back down with some vines and stuff. Yeah, I'm not super happy with the shape of things up here. Vplex, hello, welcome in. Meek Peak, been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you again. think that's feeling a little bit better. So I guess I need just to decide how far up this I want to send the cobblestone. I feel like it needs to go up a little bit higher. Or maybe that could be tough. Yeah, that's a bit better. Maybe this doesn't need to be there at all. Except for it looks good. That's feeling very straight. I feel like we could probably put some cobble here. Do I want it to be mossy? Maybe. Okay, I think we've got that going the right way. I'll come back with soul sand to make some bubbles. You're done adulting for today? Talking about Christmas holidays? Yeah, I am not in the Christmas mood at all. I generally don't get into Christmas spirit until like first week of December, which I mean I know is in a few days, but this year I'm just not really feeling it. That feels like a staircase, so I'm not sure about that. It doesn't look so bad from up here, which is the main viewing area would be up here. This feels a little bit skimpy. I might want to put something more back there, which means we could change that if we need to. So maybe a stair, at least a stair, if not a full block. That feels like a staircase. Let's go this way. And I think if that's the case, we have to go probably cobble there. That works with the tuff underneath. I like it. Wish there was a way to have that be lower, but don't think there is. Well, I guess we could change this corner. Oh, that doesn't really work. Nope. No dice. Oh. That was a mistake. think I had a vine there too. Whoops. You know, I think it might be better to have that there. Yeah, I think it goes around that better. That feels funny. That might work a little bit better. It looks a little bit cooler on the map now. Looks more like a natural kind of runoff. Where is my mossy cobble? There it is there. Now, if I did something here, doesn't affect anything. Okay, good. Might want to put some gravel in here. Do I still have it? I do. What am I building? We're working on the tail end of a marsh. So we put this marsh that goes all along the base of the curtain wall here. So we've got this marshland, kind of acts like a natural barrier, and then it starts to run over the cliff down into the river, and you can't really do that with Minecraft. So we're creating these little channels, and I'm working on the last little bit. We did this the last couple streams, and now we're over here. It does feel a little bit funny. I think I am going to have to put some deep slate in it. Certainly some mud somewhere. As a matter of fact, I think maybe... Do I have mud on me? Yeah, this could be mud right here. And if that's going to be cobblestone, then we can probably put in... I say we could put in some cobble underneath it. That feels a little bit flat. If I do this, it raises it up a bit. But if I waterlog those and trim it back, they might go back to normal. And then if I put blocks there again. God, I'm so done with the elytra in water. I've never seen it listed as a bug. So it's obviously meant to be like that. gravel? Sure. I don't know if I can fit a slab in here. It might not work. Oh, it does. Sweet. And will a stair fit there? I don't have any stairs that I need. And my inventory's full. Don't need that. Break time when you're ready. Thank you, Cosmic. So to try and connect these, I'm hoping that the block that I'm looking at is a water source right there. I could fill this in. Doesn't affect much. Okay, cool. Now, is that the way that I want to have it? I guess I could also do a stair going this way. Makes that feel a little bit cooler. More like a natural stone. Trying to make this feel like it's all one big piece of rock underneath, right? So you're seeing the edge of it here before it gets covered in mud and dirt and stuff. And here is where I could probably use a dirt slab to lower that a bit. I'm getting down to the nitty gritty, but that's good. I'm glad that we're getting to the point of these finer details because it makes the build feel like we're getting a lot closer to done. That still pops open like that. I don't know if that's the best way to do that. To see. Aldebar resubscribed. Thanks ever so much. Coming up on the big 3-0, 29 months. Thanks very much, Aldebar. Hope you're doing well. And thanks for the shout out for Aldebar Cosmic. Folks, if you want to check out another Minecraft creator on Twitch, go check out Aldebar. Working on Halcyon Heights, which is an SMP. Yeah, that's a little bit funky. We might have to work on that. Redstoner Rising, welcome in. So I think this is feeling pretty good. It does feel... I think this might have to be wider. I think this... It feels like it all runs very, very west. Yeah, I think maybe we have to ditch those 3 blocks. At the very least, these 2. Yeah, that helps a little bit. That helps a little bit. I think we can probably put like slabs or something down there. That'll work out okay. And then we'll have to fix the water flow. And I might actually want this to get covered in water there. Although I think I undid that. So we'll have to figure out what I want to do. This all looks pretty good though. I like this. I'm okay with that. This is a little bit of a Minecraft funky thing that you have to deal with. We might be able to get away with that by putting a bush there, which could be okay. And I think I need to have a little bit. Oh, that's my pickaxe. Oh boy. I think I might need to put more bushes submerged here. Like I think we have a lot of missing kind of greenery, and I think maybe a little bit of extra like kind of underwater bushes here would be good in some places. Try not to block any channels, but we'll see. That might bug me. Either way, it is time for that break. Thanks for the reminder, Cosmic. If you're new to the channel, folks, I take a break about once an hour. Gives me a chance to refresh my drink, fit in a little bit of a stretch. You should too. And maybe even grab a friend and let them know that we're streaming. And I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. I'm going to try to AFK up here, although I think there's a lot of missing tables and chairs in this build too. And no door. All right, well, we're not AFKing there. Cool. I will be back in 5 or 6 minutes. Back into the muck. And by muck, I mean wearing your elytra in water. Look at all the creepers. We are just going to fly away. Quick aerial tour of the town, anybody? There's the graveyard. I guess I could look to see what else needs to happen. The riverscaping still needs to be done. Riverscaping needs to be done. Lots of riverbank stuff. I think we're pretty good through here. Yeah, it's not too bad. The mountain is gross, but that's a huge thing that I can't tackle. Hey, look, no more mobs. Perfect. I need to add some lights. We've got street lights over there, but I have none along here. Not that it would do much in that area, but it would help a little bit. So, did me dropping bushes in that top part cause any problems? Not really. I feel like I could use another one. Maybe I'll put one there. And I'll put another one somewhere. I don't think I like that one. I think I need to replace one of those. So we'll move that to there. And maybe I'll replace that one. I think this was just nothing. And then this I don't like. We'll put that here. How would you know if there's a creeper in the marsh? They're the same color. They're hard to see. That's why I don't bother trying to fight anything. I just fly away because it's just asking for trouble. And all of this would be such a pain if something blew it up. It would really not be good. Okay, I'm good with that. I think we have to tackle what's happening down here. I think I might want another break. And that didn't seem to help here. If I was to put something else in this spot. Do I want it to be stone? Oh, crap. I don't even know what that was. I think it was a slab. This is where it would be really handy to have like a second account logged in on another monitor. Yeah, I think that works. I don't know if I want it to be another spot like that. And I think I might want to switch that to be mud or muddy mangrove roots. Let's try that. And then over here, I wanted to change, I think this was supposed to come sideways. Maybe we can't waterlog that. Could waterlog that though. Weird. Weird how water works sometimes in Minecraft. Or all the time. That doesn't make any sense, right? I think I can maybe get away with something else underneath there. What could we put underneath there? I guess tough? Something a little bit darker. And I think we'll add in slab here. And maybe we can squeeze in some mud here. And then maybe throw in some tuff down here too. And this is where I think I have to start getting into some of the deep slate to make it look like it matches the other one. Izzy music, it's going okay. The build itself, I think, is going well. I just get very frustrated with the survival mechanics of moving around the build, which I find a problem. I'm going to get rid of that tough piece there. And then maybe we'll have to start bringing in some deep slate around. We're at that stage where I think I have to start looking at the riverbed. I like the dark underneath the muddy mangrove roots though. Definitely some times when I wish I had those stairs and slabs that were coming from for tough in 1.21. Something I might pitch when we get to the point where it's hard with data packs. That's the only thing right now, is that because we have so many data packs on the server. Well, mods, I guess, more than data packs. Fabric tends to run pretty well though, because I've been thinking for this time around it might be cool, especially with the crafter, it might be cool to have snapshots, but then like I don't know if I want to build crazy contraptions in snapshots because they'd be subject to change, right? Alright, yeah, this needs to get sorted out. That's too many in a row. 2, 3. Yeah, that's a bit tricky. Let's curve this back in, I guess. Is this whole thing dirt? Yeah, that needs to be changed. Okay. Worry about that later. Alright, so we're going to bring in some deep slate to try to connect these two a little bit. Not a lot, though. And then up here, I think we can probably still have tough. I don't think I really get into much coarse dirt over here. No, it's all pretty stony. Just a little bit there, which I'm not even sure how much I like. What I think about this is like potentially this looking like runoff, you know? So like sediment that's coming down. Those are slabs. All right, I don't mind that part there. So maybe we'll put muddy mangrove roots underneath it. Do I have a slab? I do. And then I'll worry about how that flows. Maybe tough there. And actually this is a good spot to go get my soul sand. So aside from the water flowing in a funny direction, I think it's looking pretty good. Trimming that down was good. So we're going to want to put soul sand. Probably there. Certainly somewhere in here. My guess is right down here. And then another spot, I guess here. There's already one there. Feels a little even, so maybe we'll have to do another one somewhere. Maybe right there, actually. Red Posh, hello, welcome in. The soul sand is just for aesthetics. It actually creates some bubbles. Oh, that's not a water source. Don't know if I like that. I guess I could make this bigger. That's too bad. Did that fix it? I might have fixed it. There's a couple things we're just gonna have to deal with, I think. And maybe we can put in some more coarse dirt there. Alright, so I'm not actually sure about this green stuff. Maybe we can pull that all the way down. I think I like that there. Need to go get some other blocks.
I
like the use of deep slate in the river. The dark color makes it look like it's in shadow. That's cool. Never. That's unintentional, but thanks. I needed some of those. Some of those. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this section here. I don't think much needs to change there. I might make a mossy cobble in there to see. But these kind of feel like 3 in a row. So I think I'll switch this out. Pretty good. Sorry for all the weird camera stuff. I think we'll go with that. All right, now this needs to get a little bit more shallow. I think what I'll do is I'll put a coarse dirt slab there maybe. Jay Chris, hello, good to see you. Lone Mountain Man, thanks for the follow. Lots of new follows today. Really appreciate it. Glad folks are enjoying the stream. I think that works out pretty well. Right, now I need to try to figure out a place to put in some grass. If we can plant grass on muddy mangrove roots, so that's good. I guess I really don't need torches or scaffolding. So I end up removing mud. I thought I was going to keep. I want to do something like that. This looks like it's breaking for nothing, and I think one way to maybe mask that is going to be to put grass here, as long as it's in the right spot. And maybe we can put a vine on the side there. And then maybe we can switch this. And then maybe we can add mud here. I don't know if another... Maybe we'll go with a bush. Not sure. Probably going to be too much. Thanks, JPrice. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I think the bush is a little bit heavy. That's okay, though. Maybe the bush could be up top. Can't do that anywhere else, I don't think. Maybe there. Feels a little repetitive, so maybe we'll just leave that. You know, I think that's pretty good. Maybe we'll switch those. Don't know what that was there. Better. I'm not sure about the bush there. But I think that's it. I think we're getting real close. I do feel like this needs more green, but we don't have a lot of options. Pretty good as an understatement. Thanks, Cosmic. Yeah, so the vine looks good when you're down there, but up here it looks kind of weird. I really wish we could put grass on mossy cobble. I like all that. That's good. I'm going to put some grass on that one, I think. I feel like this might be too much here, but I don't know what else we could put there. I kind of want something green, but everything I think of... No, fern's going to be this... I mean, like, yeah, I could try a fern. One thing we could try. And actually, here's an idea. That's kind of fun. we'll try a fern there. And I had grass I wanted to put up here somewhere. It was right here. Lazy Tiger 11, good to see you. When you look at work from up here, what in particular you're looking at for the make you decide if something is too much, too little? It's mostly like a color balance thing and trying to make things not look too repetitive. Flying squid. That helps. Still not that it just these just feel like they're in a row is my problem with it. But I'm not sure what else to put there. I feel like I forgot about that one too. I think I need to turn that into, well, I don't want to make it cobblestone because that'll be just like the ones next door. Maybe that needs to be cobblestone. I could try that one as cobblestone. So yeah, sometimes I just kind of spot a place that could use a change where things feel kind of repetitive. Not what I wanted to do. All right, let's try turning this little bit into a cobble slab. The more I come up here, the more I really like the texture on this bridge. Yeah, I think maybe it's this one we need to shift. Well, that didn't work. See, now I've got these grass bits that look like they're straight in a row. Not ideal either. Yeah, I think that works there. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. I don't see any other spots that need like a lot of texture changes. I'm wondering if a little cobble in here would work without altering too much. And take that grass out here. And this has been bugging me every time I walk by. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're good. I'm going to put in a little bit of seagrass. Just redistribute some of this a little bit. Of course, I've got nothing in my inventory. Where did that go? Oh, I can't put it where there's not a water source. That makes sense. That makes sense. I was like, there has to be a reason why I forgot to do that. Because you can't put it places where there isn't. Okay, I think we're good there. So now I want to just finish up this a little bit. I think I'm going to switch that to a fern. Boop, 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 boop. Put that away. Yeah, it's better. Let's put some of this junk away so I can stop driving myself crazy, because we're done with the rock stuff. Keep those just in case I need to tweak anything. That. Grass, ferns, and drip leaf. The question is, would you ever do another large area like this? I mean, yeah, I think it's really rewarding. It's you have to break it up into like smaller sessions, I think. I think that would be the way to handle it. So now I'm just thinking about the view from the road. And I like that that goes around the corner. I don't want to put anything too large here. I think it might be worth it to change this up a bit. So the thing about doing bushes like this on the edge is that you can see through them, and it tends to soften the edge along here, which is good. Yeah. Maybe we'll grab some concrete powder. Somewhere. Where do I keep that? Here. And maybe sapling or two. This might be too bright close to the road, but we'll see. To wait till the sun comes back up. Yeah, I mean, I tend to be a pretty patient builder, so the difference, I guess, with this being the second time I've done something like this, is that it was faster the second time because I had a process that I could follow, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe too many of those. Let's get rid of that. No, I don't want to block the view. Maybe just get some bone meal. Make a couple of those taller. Nope, that doesn't work either. Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate the heads up. So I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen here. We might end up having like a bush or something, because it's not going to block any views. Fills in that space a little bit. Might even be worth it to make it go back here. Yeah, not bad. So obviously I've just kind of done lines of moss around here and we need to change that, but I'm not exactly sure what's going to be happening along here. So I really haven't thought that far ahead. So all I'm going to do for now is just kind of push this out a little bit. hard with a fast shovel. Not the best. Whatever. So at least it doesn't look completely unfinished, but I'll have to come back to it at some point. Yeah, the south lawn is a good example, Cosmic. I don't know. Well, is it the south lawn? I think it's the church lawn you might be thinking of. I'll show both. South lawn is down here. I think this is what I called the south lawn. So I've got this kind of stuff, right? And I wouldn't put any flower, like white flowers, sure, but I wouldn't put any pink ones. So you can fill in stuff like this, but this is a fairly narrow space and it has a nice wall for everything to be up against. The one back here is a little bit more natural looking, like just kind of overgrowth. And I like this a fair bit. So it's not like hard. It's just that you have to think about what you might want to do. I forgot that I put this path in here. Secret entrances. With missing tops. A little bit of stuff there too. See, it's easier when you've got like a short bank down into water. It's a lot easier to do. This is quite wide. Like we've got this little spot that I just worked on, but then this is really large for there to be absolutely nothing. So first thing that I'm thinking is that I'm probably going to put the street lamps on the left here. Although that might end up being something that gets in your way. Because they have to be fairly frequent. So that's one thing that could help fill this space up, is having street lamps there, but they could also be really good on this side. And I'm right-handed, so I tend to want to put things on the right-hand side. They're probably going to have to be on both sides, to be honest. So we'll probably have to like pick a strategic point where like, I don't think I want a street lamp right here in the middle of everything. So I'd probably have something here that has lights on it. This is where I think I'm going to end up doing some sort of like signpost thing. Right? So people could see like, you know, east to wherever, west to whatever, north to the west, you know, West Hill Valley Farms or something like. So we'll do something like that there. I think it's going to be a combination of stone and hanging signs. And then farther along, like it's just going to be random bushes and stuff, I think. Right? Like just to get a little bit of depth. And we'll just... You know, overall, I think it'll just have some nice little touches. We'll figure that out. But I'm not going to do that until I have my like lampposts and that sign in. So the sign is probably the next thing I'm going to do. But I think this is done. I think this is pretty solid. The river's not done, but that's fine. That's on a separate list. Yeah, I think that looks good. The bubbles are bubbling. I may also, it may be worth here like having some sort of small path, like an invitation to come down and look, you know? That could be fun. Although really, this whole water runoff thing, it's meant to be looked at from this bridge, right? Like that's the whole idea. Although, unless you're walking on the very edge, you're really not going to see much. You catch it like right here. That's it. If you're over here, you can't see anything. I guess you see it more if you came down here and looked. And I actually, I'll sleep here in a second, but there's a couple of other vantage points from the wall that we'll take a look at too. Feels good to finish it. Feels good to be done. Sticks a pin in it for done, absolutely. Let's turn on some shaders here. So it shows up a little bit better with the shaders because the shaders tend to bounce off the top of leaf blocks. But when you come up to the town, there's definitely something there. Like the whole landscape changes and says like, hey, there's something over here to look at. But you can see how we need to fill in this space here, right? And that goes right to the edge of your view. And then we have this little path. And eventually we'll have this be a lot more textured and finished. And that leads you to here where you can see some of the details. It's great. So it just kind of pops into the side view of your field of view if you're walking by. You can see what I mean when the tops of the bushes catch the sunlight. Definitely picks things up. They look unfortunately very bright when you're up close to them. I'm not sure whether that's something I can change in this shaders or what. Although weirdly lanterns look bright during the day with the shaders on. I don't think many shaders have, I don't think they have many nighttime versus daytime settings. Right, let's fly over here. So you can absolutely see it from up here. So that's cool. That's worth it. It feels like these drop off. Like it feels like this goes away quite quickly. But I think it might be just from this angle. Like this could be maybe a little bit steeper into the river. But I'm not going back and changing it now. Because it looks really good from the other side. Yeah, good stuff. So you can definitely see that we need to do something on that grassy part. Someone I mentioned before, something we could do is somewhere maybe like along here, we could change the shape of this top layer and maybe have like a cart path, like a spot for people to pull over. That could be good. I could also create some sort of, in the same way that we have a path over here, I could find a spot along here where it looks really good. Like the view this way looks really good. And then create a path that comes off here. And that would break up whatever we have going on. So that way it wouldn't be just foliage the whole way. We could have like bushes and grass and then it would die down and then be a path and then it would pick back up again. And that could be a nice way to break it up. Probably something right before the road goes up, you know, like right about there. If we could have a path that could come in, that could help. It's those kind of details that help break up the monotony of certain things, you know? So if I was going to look at this, where would be a good spot? I feel like farther east is a little better. Like I kind of like this look. And if you're too far this way, you can't see the tower of the keep. But if you're here, right? Like, so here could be a good look off spot, right? So that could be a fun way to break things up. It might not be a brown path. We might make it more grassy and like mossy cobblestone. It's a little straight. So we could mess with that. Cool. SweetSandi with the 100 bits. Thank you ever so much. Really appreciate it. And you're Romeo Boy. Sorry I missed the follow. Thanks you. All right, well, I think that's where we're going to wrap things up. If you want to, Cosmo, if you want to throw some chat options, or some, not chat options, some raid options in chat, that'd be great. It is, of course, raining. Cats and dogs. Thunderstorm. Or not a thunderstorm. I think I'm going to replace this real quick. So, good idea, but maybe not right now. Man, my frame rate is really crappy with shaders on. Sure, the rain doesn't help either. Cool. So I think what we'll do is we will pass you along to Tadpole Milk. They're doing some long stream days, so you will more than likely be able to hang out there for as long as you like. Fitting, it is now raining in our marsh. So we'll be back again with Minecraft on Friday. Tomorrow is going to be a satisfactory day. I've got some plans to adjust the factory tomorrow, so that should be a good time. I stream 1 o'clock Atlantic most of the time. That is UTC minus 4 hours now that we've had the time change. And you can listen to the Spawn Chunks podcast and the Citadel Cafe podcast on their respective channels. Easy to find on Spotify or YouTube or whatever, wherever you listen to your podcasts, iTunes podcast, all that kind of stuff. Very, very easy to find. And last but not least, check out Patreon. It's one of the best ways to support your favorite streamers. I have one. It's patreon.com/JoelDuggan. It gets you access to the Discord for less than a cup of coffee a month, and it helps me keep streaming. So if you're enjoying the content and you find some value in it, I'd be very flattered if you could consider putting some value back in and checking out the Patreon. That's going to be it for me for today. I will see you all tomorrow. Enjoy the stream with Tadpole. Bye for now.